You're listening to the Country Chat Podcast with your host, Dom. Subscribe, give a 5-star rating, and follow us on Twitter at country_chat. And stay up to date.
Hi there, you listen to the Country Chat Podcast with me, Dom. Today I've got a country artist from Norway, and his name is Daniel Borge. Hi, Danny.
Hey, Dom.
How are you doing today?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, sir. We're currently on FaceTime at the moment. Today's the 13th of May. I see in the background of your video, it says Nashville. Are you currently in Nashville?
No, right now. I wish I was, though. I was supposed to go there for about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But, the coronavirus and the COVID-19 things, it stops everything. So everything is on pause right now.
I bet that's frustrating.
Yes, it is.
I saw on Instagram that you're releasing some new music.
Yes, I am.
Can you tell us anything about the new music? I hear you're releasing one at the first one's going to be at the end of this month.
Yes. It's been a little bit back and forth, with what kind of songs or which songs to release the first, because there are so many good, But it ended up with this song. It's a song called "Your Name Came Up."
Yeah.
It's written by Davis Branch from Nashville, and everything is produced in Nashville. So. It's a kind of like a heartbreak song.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So I've read on your bio on your website that the music's being currently done in Nashville and the Blake Shelton band's actually doing the actual music behind it?
Yes, some of it.
Some of it.
It's kind of like, it's a long story. I can try to make a short one.
Make it as long as you want.
Okay. I can go on for hours. But the thing is, about in June, it's 1 year ago, I was in Nashville.
Yeah.
And I was visiting my friend. Her name is Kinsey Rose. She's singing at the Broadway. So she asked me if I wanted to sing one song at the stage. So I did that. And when I went off the stage, a producer and a songwriter approached me and asked if I wanted to work with them. So they actually gave me a record deal for 4 songs.
Yeah.
The Blake Shelton band was in on those 4 songs. So it's actually the same people. You can see them all the music videos at The Voice, with Blake Shelton's singing. Yeah, it's the same guy. So that's what's amazing.
That's crazy. Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah.
What was it like when you found out that the band were actually going to perform the music on your new record? I was amazed, because I love the Blake Shelton music, and I love the kind of music he does. And it was cool because I got to talk to these people and talk to them about the music. And I learned so much from them, I was in the studio and it kind of went on like a vocal session. Yeah.
To help, hit the right tones and sing like a modern type country. Because I always loved the old school country, the real classical ones.
Yes.
But I also, after being to the US so many times now, I really love the modern country. So I'm trying to adapt my voice to fit that kind of music.
You see, your previous 2 songs, 3 Sheets of the Wind and Only Me, to me are very much classic country, very much, not the oldie worldy kind of country, back in the 1960s, but more of like the 80s, 90s, very much vibe to it. And it's very mellow, it's very lovely. Yeah,
it's I like that kind of music, and that's the kind of music I've always been singing, because I'm from Norway, and in Norway they actually I don't think they know what pop country is, or modern pop country. They don't play it on the radios.
Yeah.
So about 1 year ago, we got our first country music radio. So now it's kind of starts moving around, and it's more and more people are now getting hold of this new country music. And I love that type of music. So I'm trying now to learn how to do it. And with the help of so many people, Scarlett, River Management.
Yes.
And Danny McMahon, I've been talking a lot to them, and they have been a big help for me to get my music out there.
So what I'll do now is I'll try and take it back to when you first started going into music. What was the main, how did you actually go into music itself?
It started out when I was about 5 years old, I think.
Yeah.
I started to play the guitar. My sister taught me how to play guitar, so I was kind of like this miraculous kid, playing the guitar only 5 years old. And I did that for a while, and my father is a minister in a church, so I started out singing on meetings in the church and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't actually before about 1 year ago when I started thinking about doing music full time. So I've been doing small things, weddings, just kind of like a hobby.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go all in on this one, so this time. So it actually, after I started out with doing this, everything has been moving very fast.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about that, and that things are happening all the time.
So how did you actually get into country music then? If country music hasn't really been in Norway as such, what was the main influences? What spurred your imagination to go into there?
I always listen to country music. It's I remember the first country song I heard, like modern country type, is Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
Tomorrow Never Comes. And I fell in love with that kind of music,
Yeah.
And after that, it was Travis Tritt and Alan Jackson. So, but that was the only music I knew of. So, but after a while, I dug deeper. When I was like a real country music fan, I started to call for CDs to send them to Norway. From the US.
Yeah.
And so after that, I've always been listening to country music, and I love the lyrics, and I love how they perform the songs and the feelings in it. So that's what I wanted to do. So
yeah. So,
but it's hard though. I have to learn how to sing in that accent. I'm Norwegian; it's not easy.
How have you found speaking English as well? Because speaking to you now, it seems to me like you can speak English perfectly well, because you were a bit worried at first that you wouldn't understand me.
Yes, I am. When I go to the US, I always stop in London.
Yeah.
Because of the airplanes, And when I'm in London, I don't understand anything. On the speakers, they're talking so fast, I don't understand what they're saying. The only thing I can hear is gate 9. Okay, I'll try to go to gate 9. But in the American language, I can understand better. But I think it's because in Norway, we always have movies and stuff like that on the TV.
Yeah.
So we always have this American language all the time. And we also start teaching English in first grade now, actually. So I guess I'm lucky to have that in the schools.
That's fantastic. I mean, when I went to the States, they always told me I spoke too fast. So I've had to try and learn to speak a lot slower.
Yes.
It's fascinating for me personally, because I grew up and everybody speaks English. You don't think about the other languages out there, and now for you to be able to speak English as well and to be able to understand, and obviously there's the complexities of there'll be some words that I'll say that you won't understand because it's slang. Because I live in the north of England, so my accent is a lot more thicker than what it is down in London.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing fantastic if you can understand me.
Yes, I understand you pretty well, so no problem. But I have spoken to English people that I actually don't understand. I don't understand a word. So I have to please slow down. And they slow down for about 30 seconds and then they go fast again.
Yeah. Now, Rachel from Scarlet River Management, she's from Wales, and you've got Danny McMahon from Bristol. Do you find their accents a bit difficult to understand?
I think it's more difficult to understand Scarlett. What's her name? Rachel. Felix. Sorry. Rachel. It's harder to understand Rachel than Danny. Danny talks like a little slower and a little bit more like an American.
Yeah.
At least I think so. So it's easier. But I write a lot with Rachel, so I can understand her writing pretty well.
So how did you actually meet Rachel and Danny? How did that come about?
That was because of the songwriter that I talked to after this when I sang at the bar.
Yeah.
This songwriter knew Danny and Rachel from earlier, and then the second time I went to Nashville to record these songs, they were in Nashville at the same time. So I met them at the Legends Corner at the Broadway, and was just talking a little bit, and he told me what he was doing, and Rachel told me what she was doing, and after that we just stayed in touch. I written a song with Danny not so long ago, and Rachel is she's just so kind. She's so like, I told her she's it's not so many people like her in the world left, because she's doing things because she wants to, and she has helped me so much, and I'm not asking for anything back, so it's because of this songwriter Tony Olsen and Rachel and Danny. That's because I got them so far, so I can be here right now. That's I'm very grateful for that.
Now, you mentioned a name earlier, Kinsey Rose. She actually sung on one of your band's songs, Scream.
Yes.
Cry for Me, Scream. And she was the second vocals on it. Now, that Vaudeville is your band as well as doing a solo career. How did that all start?
Yeah, it goes back to the same story, after it does, like after the song I sang at that bar, somebody posted it on Facebook, and two guys from Norway, they're kind of famous in Norway already. One of them is a very good producer. He's been into like party music a lot, and this other guy, Tommy, he's doing like a more older version of country music in Norwegian, kind of. I don't know what you say there, but they've been doing this for about 30 years or something, and they have been talking about starting a country band, a trio. And after they heard me sing on this this Facebook video, they called me and asked if I wanted to be in their band. And it was like, I've been listening to this guy since I was a kid, I always look up to them. And they asked me if I wanted to sing in their band, so it was amazing.
That's brilliant.
And so everything, actually the thing is, I have to tell you this because it's kind of funny. We were supposed to go home to Norway. We were in Nashville on vacation, and our flight was in the morning.
Yeah.
So we were so sad because we couldn't see Kinsey Rose singing.
Yeah.
And when we came to the airport, our flight was canceled because there was a storm in New York.
Yeah.
So we got a few hours. So we went back to the bar, and that's why I got to sing. So if it hadn't been that storm over New York, nothing of this had happened. So I think it happened for a reason.
Well, that's it. That's fate. That's perfect.
Yeah. Yes.
You're releasing a song at the end of May. You're also saying that you're going to be releasing some songs every other month as well.
Yes, I'm going. At least that's what I'm trying to do because, it's a lot of work. Right now, they produce the songs in Nashville.
Yeah.
And because of the coronavirus and the borders are closed and everything, I have to record them at home.
Yeah.
In the studio. So I sing one track, I send them to Nashville, they listen to and they send it back and then tell me, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do that. And then I do it again and I send it back and then they have to listen to it again. And so it's a lot of work. So, but I'm finished with about 2 songs right now.
Yeah.
And it's written by Davis Branch and two other guys. It's really good songs. And it's like the reason I wanted to do it in Nashville is because they have the Nashville tune, they have the Nashville sound.
Yeah. And
I've been looking at places after it, and I can't seem to find this northern country sound in Norway.
Yeah.
Because with Borderville, we have I think we got a really good sound to it. But it's like a little bit of the old school in it. It's a modern country mixed with a little bit of old school classic country. And but I was looking for this real edgy, modern, mainstream sound. So
yeah,
you can only find that in Nashville.
How's everybody taken to your music in Norway then? Have you got a big fan base now?
I guess they all disappear when the first song come out. No, I don't. That's the thing. I'm really excited about this because I don't know anybody else in Norway that actually singing this type of music, like real modern country music. Because it's like either it's like old school, like Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Merle Haggard, that kind of music, or else it's a 90s country.
Yeah.
I don't think there's not so many that sings like 2020 country, if I can call it that. So I'm really excited how people will, if they will like it or if it's too new or whatever.
Yeah.
So if they don't like it in Norway, I guess I have to go to Nashville or England.
Well, you're perfectly welcome to come to England.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Have you got any plans to come to England, say next year, or any tours you want to do?
Yeah, I really hope so. I've been talking a little bit to Rachel about it, and she sent me some pages where you can search for coming next year. But I have been waiting a little bit because I'm not sure what to do with the coronavirus, and so everything is like on pause right now. So,
yeah.
But if anybody listens to this and they want me to come, so I'll be on the first plane that I'm legal to take when the borders close. It opens. I'll be right over there, so no problem.
I'll be there at the airport gate waiting for you with a big flag saying welcome.
Yes, very good, very good. Thank you.
So we mentioned the coronavirus there. How is it in Norway for the coronavirus? Obviously, we know what's happening in the UK. We're all, at the moment, on lockdown, so we cannot leave our houses. We've got to stay alert now and basically watch what we're doing, and they're starting to open up little, like, certain businesses. What's it like in Norway at the moment? How bad has it actually been for you guys?
Well, the thing is they locked down the country pretty early.
Yeah.
Almost all the schools were closed. Some of the businesses were closed. You know, like haircuts. Was it you? Barbershops. Yeah. All of those things were closed, and they were doing that for about 2 months, I think, and so the infections they calmed down, so they kind of slowed it down, everything.
Yeah.
And now they're opening up again. But the problem is, all the events are closed. Everything with so all the musicians really struggling because all the jobs are cancelled.
Yeah.
So, but right now they're starting slowly to open up. So I hope things is going to get better very soon. So and I heard, we are at the border to Sweden.
Yes.
And I heard today they was thinking about opening it up. So maybe the border to England will be open soon as well.
Well, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
How's it been actually recording the music then? You say you got your own studio. How is it? Is it a weird sensation actually having to record it at home and then send it over to Nashville to get edited and then sent back? And is it a weird situation for you?
Yeah. Yes. The problem is you don't get the feedback, that you want. If you're singing like a verse and you listen to it and it's kind of good, but you don't have anyone to talk to about it. If you know what I mean. Yeah, and then it's taking a lot of time. Then send it down there, and they say, yeah, it's good, but you have to do this and this. You get it back, and you do that, but then you forget the old stuff you did. So it's time consuming, but it's okay then. It's working out, and you get better, of course, by doing it like this, because you have to trust yourself and you have to do it your way. And I think I learned a lot because when you're sitting like this and you're singing and singing and singing to get it the best way you think you can do it, and then send it to the studio, you don't think about studio hours that you maybe the guy sitting beside you want to go home for dinner or something like that. You just you can sit all night and just try to do different things. So it's good in one way. I think I learned a lot about it. But of course, as soon as the borders open, I would rather go to Nashville in the studios, and it will be a lot more faster. So hopefully maybe 5 or 6 of the songs I can do in Nashville.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
In the future now, do you reckon you'll spend a lot more time at the home studio practicing songs before you go to a studio, just so you can kind of like get it nailed down in your own head?
Yes, that's what I'm going to do. And with the Border Wheel, we're also checking songs. We are coming with a new song in about 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
It's called Champagne and a Country Song, actually. It's written by all 3 of us. So I'm really excited about that one. It's like a really party song. And so what we agreed on doing is that we take the song home, we record it a lot of times. So we're absolutely sure of how to sing it, and then we meet in the studio.
Yeah.
And then we actually made a studio that's on the border because our producer, he lives in Sweden. And we aren't allowed to go there. So we actually made a studio in the middle.
Yeah.
So there's a line going between us. You have to stay on the left side and we on the right side, Sweden and Norway, and we actually make it work like that. So
that's crazy. Cool. That's fantastic. Who came up with that idea? Who thought
that was the producer from Sweden? So I think he was a little bit lonely out there. Everybody's in Norway, he's in Sweden alone. So, but there is a house it's an info center, for the Sweden-Norwegian border.
Yeah,
and we were able to rent that. So if you go into the Facebook our Facebook side, the Border Wheel,
yeah,
you can actually see a small movie we made from there. So it's cool.
Yeah, if you wanted to check that out, everybody, if you search on Facebook, Borderville Band, and it'll come up. Also, if you search Daniel Music or Daniel Borge Music, it'll come up as well.
Yes.
So how has it actually been doing your own social media, having to do everything yourself to promote your own music? Have you found it quite difficult?
It's difficult in the way of try to make things as professional as you can, So I rented in a photographer, and I have a lot of friends that are doing this as their job. So I learned a lot from them, and I'm trying to kind of do it all the time. Always posting something, always telling people what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I can see that when I'm doing this, the followers are rising, and I get a lot of more friends all the time. And if I'm away from it for a week, everything drops.
Yeah.
Down. So you have to do it all the time to make it grow.
Very, very time consuming.
Yes, it is. It is. I see all day, all night. So, and the thing is, the problem is, because of the time difference.
Yeah.
So I posting something, or I write to the producer in Nashville, and then I go to bed, and I can't sleep because I know they're about to answer. So 2 or 3 in the morning, I wake up, yes, and I have to answer them. So. It doesn't get a lot of sleep.
Oh, that'd be terrible. So you talk about images and photographers. Yes. On your website, you can see, or on your Instagram as well, you can see quite a few pictures where you've wrote on a sign, "New single," and it's on an abandoned train.
Yeah, it's in my hometown. It's a really cool train.
I was about to say, whereabouts is that, and who thought of going to that train? It looks really, really cool, but eerie at the same time.
Yes, it is. We had to clean it up first before we took the pictures. But it's in my hometown. I was talking to I have 2 sons.
Yeah.
And my wife, I was talking, where can we find a cool place for photography? And my son, he's told me it's a really cool place. Just, I don't know, it's about 500 yards from my house. In an old station. And I was like, how do you know this? And he's like, what do you mean? How do you know this place? I've been there sometimes, You're not allowed to go there. But he showed us, and it was so cool. It's a really old train with, and everything is like it was, with the seats. And so I'm actually planning on doing my video for the second single that I come up with in that train. I'm thinking about doing the whole train into a bar.
Oh.
With the seats, and I'm gonna make a small stage, and at least that's what I'm planning right now. So I think it's gonna be cool. Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
I think
quirky.
So.
Talking about putting a bar on a train, have you actually thought about that in detail, how it's gonna look and what you're gonna do with it?
Yeah, I've been talking to the one that is going to help me make the movie, and we have to put a big. I don't know what you call it. Stillage? Is it stillage in England? Like the building foundation around?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a lot of light and big cameras, so we have to build that around the train to be able to get good videos.
Yes.
And I've been talking to some friends, and in Norway right now it's it's a lockdown, so we can only meet 50 people. And we have to we have to keep 1 meter between all of us.
Yeah.
So that's a small problem. So we are talking about maybe wait until this lockdown is over. Well, but I don't know if it's going to take too long. We just have to find something else. We just have to make something else. So we'll just see about it. But another thing about the train though, it's it kind of symbolizes that so many people always thinking about doing something with their dreams, and they really want to do something, and then they're just thinking, I'll wait, I do it the next year, or it's not the time for me. And well, what I'm thinking about the train is like, it's so much better just get on the train and just follow it and make it take you wherever it leads. And I want to wake up someday, I'm thinking about, at least I tried. If nothing happens, or if something happens, at least I know that I got on the train and I did something about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's such a sentimental way to think about, life in general. It's about getting on, having the courage to get on the train and then just go and see where it takes you.
Yes.
And then having that blind faith to follow somebody as well. It's really nice.
Yes, I have a sister that is she's always kind of like standing on the station. She really wants to go to the train, and she's a really good singer. And I was at her house 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I told her, you have to get on the train, just do it. And she's like, yeah, okay, maybe. But I hope she's going to do it now. So maybe.
Do you reckon she'll follow in your footsteps with the country music?
Yeah, yes, she loves country music. She's actually always been the singer. She's always been singing. She gave out CDs, and she's been really good at it. But it comes to she have kids, and there's always been so much in her life that stops it. So she have never really followed the dream that she actually wants to. But maybe now she will. I hope so.
Well, that's always it. I mean, as soon as somebody grows up, and then especially when the kids grow up as well, there'll be a lot more freedom and that independency to be able to do something like that.
Yes, and that's also a thing with me, because my wife is so supportive, and I'm so happy to have somebody that actually supports what I'm doing, because if she hasn't been there in the way that she is, I don't think I could do it, because when I'm kind of tired, I'm like, I can't do this right now. I'm been working, and she's like, yes, you have to do it. Come on, go for it. She's always supportive, and that means so much to me. And it's because of small things like that makes you move on, and that you have that extra that you maybe doesn't have alone. So when it's two about it, it's so much easier.
How did you and your wife actually meet?
It was actually we always known each other, because her parents and my parents always been friends. But it was in a meeting, actually, in like Christian meeting. I met her and liked her, and then we got together, and then we split up. And then we got together again, and we split up, and together again, I think, and we split up, and then we got married. So we actually been together like when we were 17, I think 16 or 17 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, back and forth, and then we married after a while, and after that we always been together. So
that's awesome. It's almost like marriage is like a yo-yo. You got to go up and down before you actually get there. Yeah,
that's true. And I'm so happy that she's with me on this one, because as I told you, it couldn't happen before, because as you was talking about earlier, the kids were small and so much to do, but now the kids started to grow up, and she's in on it, and so it's the best time for me to really follow this dream and these things I'm doing right now.
Yeah. Would you ever find yourself relocating to like Nashville or the UK to pursue it even further?
Yeah. If something comes up that I can just take the things I have and just move there, like everything is in order, I would do it. No, I wouldn't think about it for a second. I'd just say, I'll come in, no problem.
Yeah.
So, that's I could do that. But it's a problem, with the visa and the work issues in the US and everything like that. But if I could, I would.
Have you ever spoke to your wife about doing that?
Yes,
is this going to be news to her?
We actually have talked about it. So I think she's having a little bit harder time with it than I do, because of her family is living where we live, and they're really attached. But as I told her, we can just move to Nashville and we can go on vacation in Norway.
Yeah.
So if she's told me if it's possible, she could like it too. At least try it out to see how it works out.
It'd be awesome for you to, go back to Nashville and actually see yourself grow into a fantastic artist. And I mean, you're already a fantastic artist as it is, but to have that support that's straight there, on your doorstep.
Yeah, I know.
Like you say, with the time constraints, I speak with anybody in America, it's so difficult because you're having to plan, whether it's 5, 6, 7, 8 hours behind us.
Yeah.
And then there's are you on GMT time, or are you an hour ahead in Norway?
We are 1 hour after you, I think.
Yeah, because at the moment now, I'm recording this at 20 to 4. So would it be 20 to 5 there?
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, that'll be even more difficult for yourself, because for East Coast, it's 6 hours behind. And then for Central, it's, 7. And then Mountain Time, it's 8. And then Pacific Time, it's 9 hours. If you ever want to speak to anybody in Los Angeles, it's 9 hours behind you.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. So and that's a problem, when we went to Nashville about 4 or 5 years ago. The kids were smaller. We have to call them, and so many times they called me in the middle of the night and hello, Daddy, how are you? I'm sleeping, please. So that I wish I could live there, because. And the problem is, when you are in Nashville and you listen to all the success stories, from Nashville, it's like everything happened when I moved to Nashville. And you get to hear that all the time. So I had to move to Nashville.
Yeah.
So I have to, if something happens so I can do that, I will.
So you mentioned earlier that your sister taught you how to play guitar.
Yeah.
What's your favourite kind of guitar to play? Is it acoustic or electric or anything?
I like acoustic guitar best, because that's what I've always been playing. I'm not that good in electric guitar, actually. But acoustic guitar, I always been playing acoustic guitar, and as I told you before, I never been in like a band or something like that before now. So it's always been me and my guitar, and so I've been singing with my guitar all the time. So that's what I like best.
Now, to go from that, obviously, because country music in Norway is it's relatively new. How do you find, do you go gigging? Do you go to, perform your music anywhere, at any, pubs or bars or anything?
Yes, it's like I told you earlier. It's like country music in Norway is growing, but it's like 80s, 90s country. It's so if you are playing a gig, you can't play anything from Dustin Lynch or Sam Hunt. They never heard of him, so you have to stick with the Alan Jackson, George Strait, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I like that. I love that too, but it would be amazing if I sang like Sam Hunt and everybody was singing. that was the biggest surprise for me when I was in Nashville. And I've been to Miami many times at the country festivals.
Yeah.
And where you see in the Tortuga Festival, 1,000 young people like me are singing to Sam Hunt.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my, do you know this song? It's like, really? And in Norway, they never heard of him. But it's after this radio station showed up in Norway, people are starting to listen to it. But it's kind of like Dustin Lynch and Sam Hunt and Dylan Scott. They're going like pop music.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's not country, it's like pop. So, but that doesn't matter as long as they listen to it and it can grow.
That's it. I mean, everyone tries to put a specific genre on something, whether it's going to be country pop or country rock or, the rappier kind of stuff with Kane Brown. It's, to me, just call it country. It's country pop. Yes, it does have a faster tempo, but it's still, to me, if you have that soul in there, that, that country lyricism, it's, to me, country. So,
absolutely.
Especially, you got songs that you don't have to have like a banjo or a steel guitar on it. You can still be a normal country song.
Yes, absolutely. I so agree with you. But the thing is, I have to, for people to know what I mean, I have to say modern country and pop country.
Yes.
I don't like those. I don't like that either at all, because as I told many people, you can hear a pop song that's on the radio, and that's just like a country song. They don't have the banjo, they don't have the steel guitar, but it's a country song. So. but it's difficult, like I told a lot of people, like the Keith Whitley stuff.
Yeah.
That was pop country. And, when Garth Brooks came, that was pop country.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's always been like that, yeah.
I mean, what I try and do is my friends that don't like country music, what I'll do is I'll sneak in every other song a pop country song, and then they'll be like, oh, this is quite catchy. And then I'll go, well, that's country you're listening to there.
Yeah, I know. It's the same thing with the biggest radio channel in Norway. There was a band in Norway that asked if they could play their songs, and it was country. And they say, no, sorry, we don't play country music. Sorry, it's only pop country, pop mainstream music.
Yeah.
And the next song was Lady Antebellum. But you're doing it right now. No, that's pop music.
Well, there you go. It says it right there.
Yeah, it does.
Have you done any performances yourself, around Norway, or do you have to go elsewhere to do any form of performing, gigging, showcasing your music?
I've been lucky, a lot of opportunities happen after that Nashville trip when I played at that bar, and after that I've been doing a big event in Christian Sand. It's about 4-hour drive from here.
Yeah,
a Christmas country thing, and I sang with the Isaacs. It's a Christian country band from Nashville.
Yeah,
and a guy named Justin Lee from Nashville, and after that, I've been doing some gigs, like small things.
Yeah.
But nothing big, because I like to sing country music. And the problem is when I'm singing my stuff, it's like, can you please sing something from George Jones or something like that? Because I don't have to do that. Of course, I love that kind of music, but it'd be cool if they started listening to a little bit modern country. And that's why I'm so excited now that I got my own music that is coming, so people can get to know my kind of music and come listen maybe to my songs.
Well, I'll try and share it as much as I can, and hopefully the radio stations in Norway pick it up for you.
Yes, that would be great.
So, you mentioned your dad is a minister for a church.
Yes.
What kind of music did he listen to, and did it inspire you to, obviously to go through the routes you go through?
Well, he listens to that old meeting songs, that's Christian stuff. But the thing is, the Christian music in Norway, it's in Norwegian, but it's translated from old Merle Haggard songs and old Waylon Jennings songs. And so it's actually country music he was listening to. But it was really bad instrumentals, with these old ladies with the guitar that was picking the strings.
Yeah.
And but it was country music. So after I grew up, I heard Merle Haggard sing a lot of the songs, Chris Christopherson singing them.
Yeah.
So it was country music.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really funny.
Yes, it is.
So, how has he taken? Is your father still around now?
Yes.
How's he taken to, you going to Nashville and you developing yourself as a musician? Has he been supportive of you?
Yes, he's really supporting, and I'm so happy about that, because he's a minister in a church, and the lyrics in my songs. I often sing about a Bud Light, beer and things like that. And he don't like that stuff, So it's like, can't you ever sing about something else, But he's I think it's very good from him that he can put that aside and be supportive anyway. Even though I know he doesn't like the music, he doesn't like that I go to the bars and everything, but he's still supportive. So that's a really good thing.
Well, that shows, true love.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Bless. That's lovely. That's lovely to hear.
Yes.
What about you personally then? What kind of things do you like to do on a weekend? When you sit back and relax after you've put down your songwriting pens or put down the lyric sheet that you're reading off. What is it? How do you unwind?
I don't remember. Well,
I get that.
Yeah, now we have a lot of friends, and what we usually do is we gather. Right now it's like spring and it's getting warmer. We used to make a fire and we sit around it and actually play guitar and sing usually, or we have a beer and listen to country music.
Oh wow, that sounds like heaven to me.
Yes, it's great, and all of my friends, a lot of them they love country music.
Yeah,
and so I have a good friend of mine that is running the Boost of Norway country account on the Instagram, and so she's working with it now, and that's because she just wanted to do something with the country music, and that's what she's doing, and she's doing great.
That's awesome. I mean, I saw her on Instagram today. When I first shared that I was going to be speaking with you, she shared quite a lot of it, and it's fantastic.
Yes. She's really good. She have a lot of this country music singers, artists from Nashville. That's like on the Broadway, and she got them on her show to help them to get their music out. So she's doing a really good thing.
That's brilliant.
Yes.
Now, looking at you on video here, you look really, really trim. You look really, really fit and healthy.
Okay, thank you so much. I got this filter.
I need that filter because I look really huge at the moment. So, what do you do to keep fit and healthy?
I work out, I guess. I've been working out a lot, and I had this accident with my shoulder. It's something I don't know what you call it. It's like shoulder. It was just something went wrong inside the shoulder.
Yeah.
So I had to stop, and I had to start all over again. I had to work it out. So I'm not working out as much now as I used to.
Yeah.
But I try to do it a little bit now, but it's all the gyms are closed, So I have something outside in my garden, some weights I try to lift now and then, but I have to be better. I was so much better before, but I don't have time anymore. First I have work, and then I have singing, and then I have music, and then so it's a lot.
Yeah. Now you mentioned work. What else do you do, to earn a living?
Yeah, I run my own firm, carpenter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do that in the daytime, and then I come home and do music. So,
oh wow.
Yeah.
How long have you done carpentry for?
Actually, my father was also a carpenter, so I was with him when I was about 15 or 16 or something like that, and then I just started my own company when I was about 20, 21 years old.
Yeah.
And after that, I just been doing it. So,
wow.
But right now, I have to. It's not my main priority anymore. I know I have some working for me, and I try to be able to live from my music, That's my main goal. So, but of course, it's a long way there. So I have to, if I'm going to make a living,
you've still got bills to pay.
Outside. Yes, I know they don't stop. So
we all wish they would.
Yes, I wish.
What's the weather like out there for you now? Then whenever I think of Norway, I expect like snowy fjords and just ice everywhere. I know that's stereotypical, but what is it like out there for you?
It's like snowy everywhere, ice.
So I've got it.
Yeah, you got it. Actually, it was snowing yesterday.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Oh wow.
It's cold. It's cold, but in summer it's okay. It's like almost like London and the UK. It's not far from it, but where I live kind of in a higher, like not in the mountains, but it's like higher than Oslo, for example. So we have snow. It's about 4 weeks since the snow was gone.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot colder here than as I see it everywhere else. So I have a lot of friends. Yeah, I have a lot of friends in Nashville. And I see they go swimming, and I was like shoveling snow. It's cold, but it's very nice though. Right now it's spring, so it's starting to get green and the flowers look. So it looks a lot better right now.
What was it like for you to go from Norway, where it's a lot colder, to then go to like Nashville or around America, where it's just so much more either warmer or more humid? Yeah,
it's in Nashville. I think it's been okay. I haven't noticed it was hot, but not that very hot. But in Miami, it was. I thought I was going to die because it was crazy. We were at the beach. It was in the middle of the summer, and we went to the beach, and we were all alone in Miami Beach. I mean, it was like, why there are no people here? But in the middle of the day, we understood why, because it was so hot, and the water was the same. So Yeah, it was. I got a little shocked then, but I don't care. I love the heat, so I can move there too as well because of the sun.
I mean, I thought it was absolutely crazy because I used to visit Texas quite a lot, and it was like it go between 40 and 45 degrees Celsius, over 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
and
yes,
nobody's out, but I was loving it. I absolutely adore the heat.
Yes, I know. Me too. I love it. We was in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
and they have this heating wave. It's like it was hotter than normal in Las Vegas, and we went to the Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
And then it was like you could be outside for 15 minutes, and then you had to go inside to cool down. And I've been telling my friends, and it sounds crazy, but if you took down the windows on the car, you almost died from the heat. So you had to keep the windows closed and the air conditioner on. It was crazy.
You can see why everybody's got air conditioning units in America. It's just so stifling.
You have to have it.
But yeah, I went to Orlando a couple of years back in Florida, and I just remember that just being so, not just hot, but hot and wet, because it's just so much humidity in the air. It was lovely to go, but it just wasn't nice to experience.
I know, it's like you go take a shower, and after 1 hour, you're still not dry.
Yes. You actually come out more wet.
Yeah, it does. How was it in Texas? I always wanted to go to Texas.
Texas is fantastic. I recommend it to anybody. I've been to San Antonio, Austin. I've been to Houston. It's just everywhere. Everywhere's big. It's huge.
Yeah, I heard.
The actual cities like Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, even down to like Corpus Christi, everything is just huge. All the cars, all the food, the meals, the roads. I can't believe how wide the roads are over there.
Cool. Everybody's saying it. Everything's bigger in Texas, so I guess it's true though.
Yeah, so if you ever want to, I'd highly recommend it. Definitely get yourself to San Antonio. There's just so much to see, so much to do, and it's so much fun. And
a lot of country music, I guess.
Yes, well, Texas itself is well known for like George Strait. George Strait is from Texas. And, there's so many bands. I used to listen to a band called Uncle Lucius, and they were fantastic. They were from Texas. So it's a great place to go.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that went there last year because we went to Nashville and they went to Texas and they drove the car from Texas to Nashville.
Yeah.
So we met up there. So
that's what, a 4-5 hour drive?
Yeah, something like that. So it was hard drive. But they told me it was worth it. So I wish I have regrets. I should have come with them. But I love Nashville. So I didn't want to waste any time.
Well, that's it. I mean, we've all got time in the future to do stuff like that. I mean, I'd love to do a drive from Nashville down through like Louisiana, then to go into whether to go the opposite direction and go into Florida or go straight back down to Texas. It'd be great just to do the whole run in a car.
Yeah. I have some friends of mine living in Connecticut, close to New York.
Yes.
And they, one of them, he's never taken a plane because he always drives. So they drove actually from Connecticut to Nashville and to Miami.
Wow.
I think it was 24-hour drive or something like that.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I mean, I love driving. I absolutely adore it, but I could not stand that. I mean, driving in the heat and then just driving for so long.
Yes, I've been to Paris and Denmark and Germany.
Yeah.
And then I've been driving a car. But after a while, I just, why should I do it? You're on the freeway all the time. You can't see anything and just use the car. You go on a plane, it's 2 hours and you're there. So,
you're there, you get to experience a lot more of it.
Yes.
All right, I think I've covered everything,
Yes, okay.
Is there anything else you want to add?
The thing I want to add is that I really hope that people will listen to my new music and that I know you don't like the word modern country, but my type of country.
Call it that.
Yes, but I don't like it. But I don't like it either. But I hope it will grow in Norway and in England and in the rest of Europe as the same way as it done in the United States. So that's what I'm really hoping for.
Awesome.
And please listen to my music.
So yeah, everybody check out Daniel. Daniel, just search Daniel Borge Music on Facebook or even Vaudeville Band, and you can see him both there. On Twitter, it's Daviel Music. So it's Daviel Music.
Yes.
And then on Instagram, it's just Daniel Borge Music.
Yes.
So yeah, check out all that and just check out the music as well, because that's what it's all about. It's, you know, whether you go on Apple Music or whether you go on Spotify or whether you go on YouTube, just as long as you're streaming it, as long as you're buying it, that's all it's about. That's all what we want is, you know, as artists and as like promoters like myself on podcasts, you know, radio stations, we just want the music out there. And absolutely love your stuff at the moment.
Thank you so much. I really like you're saying, I really want people in this business we're in, don't forget the music. That's what it's all about. Exactly. All the promotion, all the work we're doing is because of one song, is one single, and that's what it's all about.
Exactly. Also, if you want to check out Daniel's website, it's danielborgemusic.com.
Yes, that's right.
Awesome. So, yeah, I think I've covered everything. What I normally do at the end of each podcast is I ask a couple of questions. So it's I say the mundane questions, but sometimes they lead off into extra little bits. So the kind of questions is, do you drink tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Yes. What kind of coffee do you like? Do you like the barista stuff, or do you like just your instant decaf? You know,
just regular coffee.
How do you take your coffee? Sugar, sweetener, milk?
Just regular, nothing in it.
Just nothing in it. Just straight black.
Nothing. Yes, just straight black.
You're harder than me. You're more of a man than I am.
I don't like whiskey, so I have to drink black coffee. So
you don't like whiskey? Do you like any form of alcohol?
Yeah, I guess I can like beer.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not my favorite. I'd rather have soda. You know.
Soda.
Yeah, but I can drink beer, and it's but nothing. I don't like alcohol that much, actually.
Oh, fair.
I just drink it to have fun.
Fair enough. I mean, everybody's got their own little quirks, and if you don't like alcohol, you know, no one's going to judge you. I mean,
thank you.
I like to get drunk, but hey ho, I'm
that's
sure I've got
question.
a problem. All right, so do you like to go out to eat to like restaurants, or do you like to get takeaways in?
I actually like to take takeaways in, actually.
Yeah, what kind of takeaways do you like? You know, what kind of things do you have in Norway?
Pizza?
Yeah. What? Go on then. I've got a question for you with pizza. Do you put pineapple on pizza? Is that good for you or bad?
No, that's bad for me. It's good for my wife, I guess, but I don't like it.
I remember seeing on Twitter, Rachel from Scarlet River Management, she posted a poll out whether to have pineapple on pizza or not. I kind of upset her because I said you should have pineapple on pizza. I enjoy it. Oh, I enjoy the sweetness.
Yeah. Yes, my wife loves it. But I always sit there and take them away because I don't think it belongs in a pizza.
What do you have on pizza?
Actually, I only have ham.
Ham?
That's all.
That's it?
Yeah, cheese and ham, that's all.
Oh, fair enough. Do you like garlic bread?
No.
Fair enough. I mean, I love the stuff.
Yes, I don't like it. I'm really regular guy. I eat pizza with ham. I like cheeseburger with only cheese.
Yeah.
I like, if I get a big plate with something, I take away everything except the potatoes and the meat, you know, like. So.
Fair enough. I mean, that to me explains why you're so fit and healthy and I'm so, the opposite.
Okay. I can't say yes or no because I don't see it. I think you look fit out from where I
wait till you see me in person when you come over.
Okay.
What kind of things do you cook at home then? You know, as like a evening meal?
It's my wife that cooks, actually. Yeah. I'm kind of old-fashioned that way, but I'm not good at it. I tried, but I burn everything, so I think she thinks it's better that she do it.
What kind of things does she cook then?
Everything, lasagna, pizza a lot, steak. We have she can make everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had this specialty with garlic and not garlic, gravy and pasta and steak mixed together. Yeah, it's so good. Oh. That's my favorite.
You have to send me the ingredients for that, how to do it, and I'll give that a go. That sounds really nice.
Yes, it's really good.
It sounds different, but it sounds good.
Yeah, it's different, but it's really good, actually. And I don't like that much different, but this is good. It's easy to like.
All right, so that's pretty much everything. Is there anything else you want to add just before we close out? No,
I want to send a thank you to Rachel and Danny and the Skull Trivia Management for all the help they've given me, because as I told you earlier, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for them. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Daniel. All right. Thank you for coming on. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and I look forward to seeing you come over to the UK, hopefully within the next year.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for everybody for listening, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.
That was the Country Chat Podcast. Join Dom next time for exclusive interviews, reviews, and general chit-chat on all things country music.